All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive. It's going to be a little bit different today. We're going to talk about prospecting. I want you to bring your questions and anything you want to know about prospecting for sell by owners, expired listings, circle prospecting, in order to get more leads and more buyers and sellers, in order to close more deals. Yesterday, Kevin brought up the question, how do you handle a seller who's selling by owner who has a lockbox on their front door and they just want to give you the combination with just go see the property. So, Kevin, this is for you. There's a couple things on this. So, first of all, I would always go. So, if that's what the seller is asking, then absolutely go on the appointment, take notes, take pictures, make sure you follow up with them immediately. Hey, Aaron, it's John Dietz. Just want to let you know that I did pop by, took a look at your home over there at 123 Banana Street. Great house. Took a lot of notes. And my job now is to find a buyer for you so we can help you get this sold. Now, why I've got you on the phone, is it okay if I ask you a few questions? Um, all right, so the questions you're going to ask are the same questions that we talk about in follow-up. So, how's activity been? What kind of feedback are you getting? Uh, how often are you sending buyers to see your home without you being home? And if I were a buyer and I wanted to see your home and I wasn't okay with just using the lockbox, how are you getting me in the house? Here's the conversation behind the conversation. Why are they telling you to just go look at the house, use the lockbox, let yourself in and see the home? Well, the answer to that question is they have a challenge. In other words, they have a problem. You have the solution. The problem is their availability to show the home. Is there a possibility that it's going to be harder to sell that home? The answer is yes. 100% it is. So, how do you fix that problem? Well, you hire a real estate agent who's going to market the property in order to attract better buyers and who's going to attract buyers who are working with real estate agents. Uh, and you don't have to worry about whether or not you're available in order to be there to show that property. If you've got dinner with your family after church on Sunday, you don't have to choose between going out to dinner with your family or canceling that dinner so you could be home in order to show the property. So I was hoping I'd see a whole bunch of hands go up, guys, because I know you have questions and this is your time. Anything related to prospecting for sell by owners, prospecting expired listings, circle prospecting. And if you don't put your hands up, I'm just going to keep talking. So if you want me to stop talking, put your hand up. Right? But you guys always have questions for me, like in the last 2 minutes of our calls, and I'm like, gee whiz, wish you would have asked that at the beginning of the call. Here's your chance because I'm ready to just answer questions today, and that's it. Kevin, talk to me.
Yeah, thanks for addressing the logbox issue. So you kind of have to go deep from what I'm hearing from you.
Yep.
Look to the motivation and whatnot. How do you address the issue of the DNC and do not call list? Let's be real. 99% of all of the cell phone numbers are on it, and virtually every company there says, you have to adhere to the do not call rule. So talk about that.
All right. So if it's a for sale by owner, Kevin, they're selling their home, right? Just take yourself off mute. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So
They gave you permission to call.
if they're selling their home by owner, they're selling their home, correct?
Right.
Okay. So if I
Does
were to
not
call
apply.
you as a for sale by owner and I'm interested in your home, in other words, I might buy your home. Am I violating the do not call list by following the instructions that you put out there as a for sale by owner? Hey, my home is for sale, world. Uh,
Okay.
Give me a call so you can see my house. Am I violating that do not call list?
Right. Yeah, that is pretty clear. How about expireds?
So with expired listings, I like Matt Kemp's solution. I think it's the reason I suggested it to him back in December. You can bypass all of the challenges with reaching out directly to the homeowners, including the do not call list, by going directly to the real estate agent who had the previous listing. Michael, I noticed that your listing over there at 123 Banana Street came off the market. If you're going to relist the property, um, that's awesome. If not, I'd love to talk to you about helping you get paid on this. Matthew Kemp's jump in here and talk to me.
Well, while you're on that topic, might as well go over the new script. Um, or not new, revised. Um, as soon as we explain what's going on, the 25% referral fee, I make it very clear to them. I don't call the seller direct. I call you. I like to build trust with you. The process goes smoother. It's a win-win for all three of us. Old seller gets a home sold. You still get paid. We get paid. We get new listing. Everyone's a win here. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to get this set up for introduction to the seller.
All right. Wonderful job. The other thing, Kevin, on this do not call list with expired listings, and I've been telling everybody this for years as well. I don't know how many people actually do it, but pick 5 properties a day. Why 5? Because it's just a number and it's manageable. It could be 3, it could be 2, it could be 1. 1 is better than none. Pick 5 properties every day that have come off the market and go knock on the door. Go knock on the door. When they open the door, it's the same conversation you would have if you would have called them. Hey, John Dietz, I'm a local real estate professional. I popped by today because I saw that your listing came off the market. Just out of curiosity, okay, you know the scripts, right? Now, when you go knock on the door, have something that you're going to leave behind in case they're not home. Now, I would use um, large envelopes that are very bright. So they're going to stand out so you can see them from the street. And I would take a Sharpie marker and on the outside of the envelope, I would just write the word urgent. Now, inside the envelope was an 8.5 by 11 bullet point resume of who I am and why they might want to reach out to me. I'm selling an average of 10 homes every month. My listings are selling an average of 98% of the asking price. My listings are selling in less than 30 days on the market. I have a guaranteed, satisfaction guaranteed listing agreement where you can cancel the listing at any time with no fee and no stipulation.
I know why your home didn't sell.
Know why your home didn't sell. Something that's going to make them pick up the phone and give you a call. No, I'd never give you guys a suggestion that I actually didn't do. And I didn't do it at a really high level. And I would get 2 to 3 seller listings every single month by doing this one thing, which is go knock on 5 doors a day. Don't worry about whether they answer the door or not. Leave something behind that's going to cause them to want to give you a call. Montana, talk to me.
So I was calling for sell by owners yesterday, and the problem that I was coming up with is that they wouldn't answer the phone.
Okay. Okay.
So what would you do now? Since I even texted them and I was like, is 123 Main Street still available? Nothing. Didn't get any response.
Yeah, that's interesting. Michael, what's your response, Trelongo?
No, I love that. And those people are people I will focus on because they're not going to sell their house, and I know why. I know why, right? And if you get them on the phone, so you took on this job of selling your house, and I called you 4 times, left 3 text message, just got in touch with you. And listen, there's people out here who want to buy your house, and they're having trouble getting in touch with you. I'd love to get together with you for 30 minutes to take all of this off your plate and show you how I can get you top dollar in less time and save you all this stress. Does 4:30 work for you, or is 6:15 better?
Right. Write it down, everybody. There it is. I have a little bit of a more direct approach. My text message would be, if I were a buyer that wanted to buy your home, would you ignore my message?
Ouch.
Hawk and then Carolina.
On the not getting a hold of people, you should always double dial. So as soon as get the voicemail, don't leave a voicemail, hang up, wait 5 seconds for their phone to reset. It's very important because if you call back immediately, it'll go straight to voicemail again. Wait 5 seconds, and then hit the dial right again. We increased our open or our conversation rate by over 40% doing that.
Great idea. Great idea. Love that. Carolina, talk to me.
Hey, good morning. So I was going to say to Montana, just keep dialing other FSBOs, but not for the matter of giving up. But I mean, how many times can you really get a hold of people? I think the next move for me would be to go door knocking, go knock on those doors. After a while, I just think that they're going to know your number, they're going to ignore you. And if they're local to you and you're willing to take the drive, just take your material, go dress, be professional, and that's it. And yeah, that would be my approach.
I agree. Good job. So there's a process that for sale by owners go through, and the process is the very first thing they're going to do is they're going to put a sign in the front yard. And prior to putting the property online or putting it in the MLS with a flat fee real estate agent, the very first thing they're going to do is put a sign in the yard. So I practiced eagle eye prospecting. Now, eagle eye prospecting simply means drive neighborhoods and look for sale by owner signs. If you make it a habit to do that every day, you're going to notice when a for sale by owner sign goes up and you're going to get to them right away. If you can get to a for sale by owner in the first week, you have a better chance that they're going to pick up the phone. The people that are not answering the phone have probably been trying to sell their home for a long period of time. They've basically given up. They still have a sign in their front yard, but they've basically given up. So the whole idea behind eagle eye prospecting is get to them while they're still taking phone calls. And the best way to do that is get them before they put their home online or put it in the MLS as a flat fee listing. I kind of jokingly tell real estate agents all the time, really, if you just go to Home Depot and stand there by the for sale by owner signs and talk to people buying that sign, then you're getting to them really early. So I don't know if you want to try that or not. I know, Joe. Okay, Jacqueline, talk to me. Jacqueline Foreman, are you there?
Yeah, I was going back to Montana's and the door knocking and stuff. I am. I'm off.
I'm listening to you.
Oh well.
I can hear
Can
you.
you not hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, everybody.
Oh, okay, sorry. About Montana and the door knocking. Could she just do a video text possibly? Because she's very professional. She looks very professional. Going out and door knocking in Austin, Texas, the way she looks could be really hot. Couldn't she maybe do a nice little video text?
Love it. I think it's a great idea, Jacqueline.
I think so.
Right. Montana, there you go. That's what you should do. Bob, talk to me.
Yeah, that is a great idea. And I like Hawk's idea too. When people double dial me, I usually answer. So
Me
if you
too.
want to get a hold of me and I didn't answer the first time, call back.
Same thing is true if they hang up on you. Call them back. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. We must have got this. All right, let's go, Joe Grant.
Yeah, so here's the other ideas. I want to say his name was Ali, but we had a guy on here that makes about 25,000 phone calls a week, and he literally said, call them until you get an answer, yes or no. If they don't answer, you don't remove them from your list. If they're a FSBO or an expired or a foreclosure, whatever they are, if you want to talk to them, keep calling them until they answer the phone.
That's right. By the way, that was Ali, I think. And whoever knows Ali, please reach back out to him because I want to have him as a guest speaker on a Tuesday or Thursday. So we need to get him back in here so we can get him front and center so he can tell us what he's doing because he's got some pretty incredible things he's doing. All right, let's see. I've got a lot more.
That would be Brian Copeland.
Okay, Brian.
Ali called me. He called me yesterday.
Okay. Let's get him back here so we can get him front and center stage. Loney, you're up, and then Montana, you're up again.
Yeah, so as everybody knows, I don't like calling. I like the personal approach. This is why FSBOs, I go there, and the first thing is when they open the door, I usually say, hey, be careful, I'm a realtor. And then I have this map with all kind of stuff, with my little book, with a magazine, with a letter, I wish you the best of luck, that you sell your home and blah, blah, blah. Then an information, home buyers, for sale by owners versus selling with a real estate agent, and the road of home buying. So a lot of stuff that they not just throw away. And I wish them the best of luck. And whenever you decide to include an agent, then give you the chance to be interviewed by you. So
Love it. Thank you, Lonnie. I think it's a great idea. I created a for sale by owner survival guide, very similar to what Lonnie's doing. Now, one of the things that I would put in there is most common challenges for sale by owners.
I learned from you, John. There's a
Okay.
little bit from you in.
There you go. I'll take a little bit of the credit, okay? Now, one of the things that I would put in there is most common challenges for sale by owners. Now, keep in mind, people are more motivated by avoiding pain than they are by going towards pleasure. So I'm putting in their harm's way bullet points. Did you know? And I would have after did you know a whole list of bullet points. So, for example, did you know that only 33% of for sale by owners that sell their home without a real estate agent successfully close? Did you know that when there's one real estate agent involved in the transaction, it closes successfully 66% of the time? Did you know that for the average real estate agent, when a property is sold, sorry for the dogs, guys, that 80% of those homes are getting to the closing table successfully? Oh, by the way, my listings are selling an average of 98% of my contracts get to the closing table. They're selling in less than 30 days on the market, and they're selling for an average of 98% of the asking price. Did you know that the average buyer is going to offer between 85 and 90% of the asking price? And just keep going. Okay, Montana, you're back up.
Is it possible for you to do a quick like script on what you would say on a video call or like a video text message?
So if you're asking me, it was Jacqueline's idea, so Jacqueline can jump back in here. But my suggestion would simply be, hey, I'm John Dietz, local real estate expert. I'm selling an average of blank homes every month. My listings are selling in an average of 30 days on the market for an average of 99% of the asking price. I make up to 60 phone calls a day looking for buyers who could be the right buyer for your home. And because I'm doing that, I might have a buyer that would be perfect for you. All I need to do is see your home, ask some questions, take some notes so I could potentially bring you that offer. If I had a full price offer, I'm sure you would want to bring it to me. If you'd like to schedule some time to get together with me, please give me a call. Okay. Kevin, you're up. Brooks, you're on deck.
Speaking about voicemail, video text, actually, I've been using video text for my kids, leaving voicemails, text as well. That texts have 100% open rate regardless. Voicemail, sometimes you do not hear the notification or you have to dial one to get to the voicemail and whatnot. So that could be done with a real estate agent that you're co-oping with, that could be done with your client. There are actually AI services that will allow you to do drops, of voicemails as well for, your follow-up for your clients and whatnot. So that's another thing. And also you can dictate your emails. Don't forget, like on Windows, for example, you can do Windows key H, which is going to activate the audio typing. And then that's on Windows. On Apple, I don't know how that works. So Windows key H will activate it for you. Then you can take that email, throw it into AI and polish it however you want.
Love it. Thank you, Kevin. Brooks, you're up. Carolina, you're on deck.
Yeah. So how would you respond to an objection of, I'm just going to rent it out and we'll wait till next year to see if the market's different?
All right, Brooks, keep off mute because I'll role play this with you, okay? Brooks, that absolutely may be the right thing to do. In this market, it probably is. Just out of curiosity, though, how many rental properties do you own?
This will be our first.
Okay. And If you did rent the property, what's your greatest fear? What's the worst thing that can happen if you rented the property out?
Um, the worst thing that could happen if I rented it out,
Uh-huh.
um, I don't think there is a worst thing, is there?
Okay, so you get a tenant who's not paying their rent and you have to
Mm,
evict them. And it takes several months to evict them. Meanwhile, you're losing money every month that you're not collecting rent. And then you get the property back with $10,000 worth of damage.
mm.
Now, if that were to happen, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, that would be stressful.
So then you
Um,
probably shouldn't rent your home out. So what's plan B?
hmm. I haven't thought that far ahead. So yeah, I
If
need
I
to
could
think about that.
if I could show you how I could sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time so you didn't have to rent it out, would you be interested in seeing how I could do that?
Hmm. Well, and I think what happens a lot of times is once I start to have that second conversation, then they hang up. It's like they don't want to hear the, they don't want to hear whatever I have to say. So getting to that point of getting through the objection is the challenge.
All right, so stay with me, okay? How many
Mhm.
how many times has somebody hung up on you when you're having that conversation? We're talking about this conversation, not just hangups, but when you're having this conversation, how many times has somebody hung up on you?
Um, yeah, when we get into the conversation, they usually don't hang up. But it's usually once they said, "I'm going to rent it out," click. That's the response. So, um, yeah, when we have the conversation, it's yeah, they're more open to hearing about it. But I think I'm getting more hangups than I get to have the conversation.
All right, I'll go back to what I was saying earlier. You're getting them later in the process. If you get them in the
Mm,
first couple of weeks, that sign is in the yard, they're not hanging up the phone on you. You got to get to them sooner.
got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Carolina, talk to me.
Just really quick, I know time is almost up. Jacqueline, thank you for bringing up videos. Bomb Videos is one that I used to use a long time ago. The other way that I use videos to prospect or connect with my existing clients is during the holidays. If I really run out of time to I create one video that's really nice background, and then I'm just sending them through Facebook or through however means. And I do like the idea of prospecting those FSBOs with a video. So I think this is a good nugget today for me at least. Thank you.
Good stuff. All right.
Hey, John, I just jump in for a second because I heard a couple of things there, and they. So here they go, guys. There's an end. The good news is that there's an endless supply
Mhm.
of for sale by owners and
Yep.
expireds.
Yep.
And when one doesn't work, oh, what? So what? Now what? Next.
Yep.
Just go to the next. Do more. Develop your skills, continue to grow in your in for sale by owner and expired conversations. There will be a never-ending flow. So just more. The answer to most of these questions is more. Just do more calls, have more conversations. There's always going to be more. Never-ending supply of ice cream. Go for
Hey, John.
I think I really like the idea of never ending supply of ice cream.
it.
Yeah, whoever's talking to them, talk to
It's
them.
Russ.
But that's the idea of prospecting. And this is why I don't call it cold calling. I don't call it any other thing. It's prospecting. You're digging for gold. That means you're going to dig through mud, rock, dirt, garbage. Yeah, and some of it is shit, and it's okay. Just keep digging. The gold is there.
I agree. I agree. A cold call is you're reaching out to people who you don't know if whether or not they need your help. If they're for sale by owner or expired, every single one of them needs your help. They have a problem. You have a solution. To me, that means you have a responsibility to give them a call. Russ, talk to me.
Hey, Montana. One thing is if the house that you're doing the video is within proximity, stand in front of the house with it in the background. It's worked twice for me and got sales.
Love
One's
that.
under contract right now
Love that idea.
because they can't ignore that.
Love that idea. All right, everybody, that's 9:34, so it's a wrap. I hope you got good value today. Watch the video. It'll be up on my YouTube channel later on today. As always, I appreciate you guys. Invite your friends. Let's break 80. Make it a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
John.
Jan. Good
Good
day,
day,
everyone.
everyone.
Everybody.
Thank you.